Yo, what up, 5-6? Uh, Good. I'm glad. I was hoping that people might be able to watch an early morning stream. It's my child's birthday party today, and I didn't have time later. So, how's it going, man? How you doing? Everything going okay? Okay, cool. Oh, I didn't realize it's Alex. I always forget like who the people are, because the names are different. Things are good, man. Things are really, really good. You may see, um, I don't know if you have Amazon Prime, an Amazon Prime account, but you can see, I think you should be able to see somewhere on here, you can subscribe to me now. So if you link your account at Twitch Prime, I got to figure all this out, but if you go there and click that, and then you can link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and then you can subscribe to me for free. And that like supports me, but at no cost to you. And then, so that's something worth checking out if you feel like it. All right, we're getting close to the end of week 7. No, 6. End of week 6. So we got some let's do an all Mahler day. So Mahler 9 lyric, Mahler 5 lyric, Mahler 5 opening, Mahler 5 third lyric. Okay, that's all I have. We gotta do Death of Tybalt. And then I need a I don't think I've done Brahms Academic. What is that? 6. Don Pasquale opening. And yo, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Heldenleben, big, beautiful. So you guys may see, I was just saying this to 5-6 here. You guys might see that you can subscribe to me now, because I am. I've reached the requirements to become a Twitch affiliate. And so if you go to twitchprime.com, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can link your Amazon Prime account to Twitch. So you have a Twitch Prime account, and then you get one free subscription per month. And so if you want, you can subscribe to me for free, and that helps me out, but it's at no cost to you. It's like literally free. I've tried it out with my wife and stuff. So, yeah. And then if you don't have a Twitch Prime account or an Amazon Prime account, and you want to subscribe, it's like $5.99. Or you can subscribe for $5.99, $10.99, or sorry, $4.99, $9.99, and $24.99 per month. So if you feel like you want to like support the channel, you don't have to. Just watching and hanging out is definitely enough, and enjoying the content. But yeah, if you feel like you want to subscribe and support the channel, I would very much appreciate that. That would be amazing. Colin, that's awesome. How'd your session go? Did it feel pretty good? What do we got first? Mahler 9 lyric. All right, so the tempo for this, 74. Mine's May 20th. So there's time for them to figure it out. But we'll see. We'll see if they figure out what's going on with this strike. I talked to Dan. It's just crazy that your guys has got canceled, but he said you sounded amazing when you played for him. I gotta warm my horn up a little bit, and then we're going to play through this. Yeah, so if they cancel my audition 6 days out, it's like my audition is a month from today, so then I have 3 weeks for them to figure it out. Yeah, I warm up on my B flat trumpet almost all the time, just for that sort of health of sort of like feeling like the sound is like, I guess, full and big and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, E flat can kind of feel small and tight sometimes. Also, Brendan, you're gonna love this. You should link your account. Um, you should link your account. If you have Amazon Prime, you can link your Twitch account to Amazon Prime, and you could subscribe to me for free. If you get a chance to do that while you're watching this stream, the uh, the notification for subscribing is Dan doing vibrato. I like figured out how to do that. Um, what was so bad about it? Like, what happened? I mean, obviously they canceled it, but was it? Did they jerk you around at all, or like what happened? I guess that's what it's gonna. I haven't even sent in my check yet, so I guess I should probably do that. But that's. I mean, I guess I'm not holding my breath. It seems like it's. It doesn't. I mean, I haven't gotten any information in the last. They canceled after the deadline for candidates to cancel. Did they give you your deposit back? Well, that's good. Yeah, I need to send in my deposit. I think we have until like right before the audition, so I'm pretty sure I'm still good. But um, all right, we got this lyric solo here. Yeah, and that's the whole idea, right? That they're going on strike because they can get the best quality, right? And so it's perfectly understandable that there might be somebody from a foreign country, yeah, coming and auditioning, and that plane ticket, yeah, that plane ticket is gonna be way more expensive to have to cancel that. Yeah, it's just a bad situation, man. I hope they get it figured out because I just think it's not helping anybody, you know. All right, I'm gonna knock this out real quick. I did book Southwest, and my wife's brother lives in Chicago, so I'm just gonna stay with him. So on those fronts, I'm pretty good. But yeah, I did book Southwest on purpose just so I could change it out if I needed to. Here's the opening of Mahler 5. Yeah, I mean, I read an article. I'm sure you read the same one about how the musicians rejected management's last and best offer, like outright. So I don't really know where you go from there or how you come to some agreement. But when I read the article, it was a couple of days after they had said that, and it said that they had not sat down to figure things out. So I don't know, man. I'm not really holding my breath, but I'm going to keep pressing forward as if it's going to happen. Oh gosh, yeah. Well, dude, I'm not gonna lie, and maybe you felt the same thing, but doing this program has taught me a weird amount of stuff. Like, I like 1, 2 jobs, you know, and I feel like I'm like in school with how much I feel like I learned from following this program about how much time I need to prepare for something, how many times I have to do it, and just shifting my mentality towards trying for perfection sooner in the process, and if that means knocking back the tempo so that I can just build up, reps that are perfect. It feels like my consistency as a player is going higher. I'm playing better on, the concerts, of music that I'm not. We're playing. Obviously, it's Beethoven, so it's not inherently insane. But my consistency, just in general, I feel like on that stuff, which I'm not preparing the same way I'm preparing this, it's like going up. It's pretty insane to me, actually, that's happening. Dude, isn't that awesome? Gosh, I asked Dan to do it. My favorite part about Dan is he didn't ask any questions. He just sent me a video. Also, Colin, thank you so much for that subscription, dude. I really, really appreciate the support. But Dan didn't ask any questions, man. He just was like, he just sent me 2 videos of him doing vibrato, and I'll have to clip that and send that to him. All right, I gotta knock out. I don't have music for it. I gotta make sure I print this off at some point, but I gotta knock out this thing from Mahler 3, or the third movement of Mahler 5 real quick. It's a lyric thing. Okay, that's that. So now we gotta find the death of Tybalt. Do you guys? What's your season like, Brendan? When are you done? Do you guys have a summer season, or I don't even know how many weeks you guys are. Are you 52 in Seattle? Because yeah, we don't get paid in the summer at all. So like, and we have, I think, like 8 more weeks, 7 more weeks of work here, and then we're like out for a while, which is, it's kind of nice, to be able to kind of put it away and travel with my kids in the summer. Yeah. Are you still working 7 service weeks and just playing lighter shows, or? That felt that felt awesome. I'm not gonna touch that at all. That's just gonna be right there. I mean, that's not that much further away from the goal tempo anyway. I feel like I could nail that tomorrow at the audition. 46 in the summer opera. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking, dude, I'm like, I feel like I'm at the end of a grind. Our season is 40 weeks. I feel like I'm at the end of a grind. And then I think, oh my gosh, like, we work a lot. Yeah, we work a lot, but it's, we rarely have 7 service weeks, 8 service. You're talking about a 13 service week. Or, I mean, a 9 service week, but with all that overtime, I mean, it must be it must be a brutal season. I mean, you guys sound awesome. Like that orchestra sounds amazing, right? But like, it's a lot of work. More work than I think myself and most people realize, I think. I don't know what Empire is. Where is this? Oh, up there. 86 times 0.75, 64. All right, we're going to knock this out. I'm getting a rotary mouthpiece next week, so hopefully we can have some back and forth and figure that out. Okay, that's not what I was thinking. Yeah. I've heard that show is insane. We just did the second Harry Potter show, and it was like, or the second Harry Potter movie, and the trumpet parts are like not bad at all. It was awesome. But yeah, that would, a 9 service week with that, oh my God. Jesus. Yeah, that's insane, man. That's a brutal, 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 brutal schedule. And that for you guys, the physicality of playing the bass, man, I'm sure it's not as glamorous as maybe we initially think winning those jobs are gonna be like. So I don't know if I've told you my plan for the rest of um, my prep. But this week is my last week of doing this. And then next week I'm gonna run excerpts, and I'm gonna record them, and then obviously get an idea. But it's basically like a testing week to see where I'm at, but a month out, so I can have time to get better at it, obviously. And then I'm gonna have a week of playing at 85%, a week at playing at 90%, and a week at playing 95%. Just running lists though, and hoping that playing, knocking it down. But then it's like 85, 90, as 85, 90, 95 starts to feel more like an actual excerpt and not so slow. That's going to be my plan, I think, for the rest of the prep, so I can kind of ramp up into being able to play these excerpts at the tempos that I need to be able to play them at. So I think that's the final form of this, and I'm just going to try that out, and we'll see what happens. Where are we? Don Pasquale, 64 times 0.75, 48. Yeah, right. It's like the coolest thing ever, and still at times you're like, man, yeah, this is brutal. So, what's your do you guys have like in your contract a certain amount of like we get like 4 personal days by our contract. Do you have like a number of weeks that you all get off by your contract? In Indianapolis, it was like 2 weeks off, I think. I was just kind of curious what your contract says. Yeah, I think that can be good, but if you have a little bit more time, I think you'll if stuff doesn't go as planned, you have some time to like actually work out the issues. Yeah, obviously you do what you do, but we have vacation weeks every 2 months or so, and yeah, we get scheduled for 8 services of. Yeah, I got you. Well, dude, it's the price we pay, or price you pay for having such a baller job. Okay, we're gonna finish up with it. I love that excerpt, man. It's just one of the most beautiful excerpts. Not really sure why it's on a Chicago Symphony principal trumpet audition. I mean, I don't know how often they play opera. Yo, Colin, appreciate that, man. Yeah, I feels good. Yeah, dude, absolutely. So, are you watching, William? Are you watching on a computer or are you watching on your phone? Either way, next to the heart that you clicked, there should be like a slider that you can slide it over or just click. It's like literally right next to the heart. There should be something where you can, yo, appreciate it, Brendan. That'll say turn on notification. Yeah, so I don't know what the mobile app looks like right off the top. I can check it out and send you a message, but there should be a heart, and then right next to the heart there should be a thing where you can like flip it and it'll turn on notifications. But there is a way to do it. So as you're searching for it, know that there is a way to do it. All right, last excerpt. 78. At the end of this excerpt, I'm gonna kind of lay out what my plan is to do with the stream when I'm done with with this prep. I think it's going to be a really cool idea. It's my wife. Hello?
Hey.
Hello.
They have that protein set powder that we saw.
Oh, the ancient grains?
It's called, no, not the good collagen one. It's this organic protein. It's like pea powder and pea protein and like, I guess it's like gluten free and dairy free.
I don't. I'm happy to try it if you want to get it.
Okay. And it is a little bit sweet, but I guess yours was too.
Yeah, but when you put it with like fruit and stuff, that'll yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, I'll get it.
All right, I'm almost done with the playing part of my stream, so it's all good.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, you're good.
All right. Go back to it. All right.
All right, bye. She's so sweet. I love my wife very much. 78 beats per minute. Let's knock this out. And like I said, then I'll kind of go over what my plan is for the stream. It's a cool idea. I don't really know how to execute it yet, but I think this is going to be where the stream should go. All right, sweet. No reason to mess with that at all. Okay, so for everybody who's watching right now, if you go here to twitchprime.com, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account and make a Twitch Prime account. And then if you want, you can sub to me for free for a month. You have to renew it every single month, but you can sub to me for free every month. And so that makes it so it's normally without Twitch Prime, it's $5 a month. And so I like the support still comes to me, but it's at no cost to you. You're already paying for an Amazon Prime account. So you can do that if you would like. My plan for the stream after this is what I would like to do is create this kind of thing where I could sort of do like online coaching where people who are subscribers, we could find some way to like, have like a quote sign up sheet or something like that. I haven't figured out the details, but ways that I could know who would like to play. And then I could basically do like teaching or like a sort of a virtual masterclass on Twitch. And to do it for people who are subscribers. So if people aren't subscribers, they can still watch and they can still maybe comment and interact. But people who are subscribers can play, and like it could be like a solo, or it could be part of a solo, or 3 or 4 excerpts, just like it would be in a masterclass. And I think it would be such a cool idea because then the person playing, it takes like vulnerability to put yourself out there in not just a masterclass situation, but to do it like in front of complete strangers. And so to try to develop a community where we all want to support these people who are playing and who are willing to put themselves out there, and like, with emotes and stuff. People who are sub, we have different emotes and things now. I think, yeah, I mean, we have like a whole ton of emotes. So like somebody plays something really awesome, we can be like, oh, that was fire, like we can like cheer on and encourage these people, and and then I could do X amount of coaching and stuff like that. But if there's people who want to watch, maybe I'm going to coach somebody on pictures. Well, like if hearing somebody else playing pictures and then me coaching it just like a masterclass, maybe there's something to get out of that. Yeah, and I feel like it could really like invigorate and like actually build this community aspect, which is something I was really hoping to be able to build. But when I'm just playing by myself, it's hard to do, right? It's hard to get a ton of interaction when people are just listening to me be like, oh, oh, definitely, yeah. someone plays baller, we're gonna throw that down. Absolutely. So, you know, and then like people can cheer and all that kind of stuff. And so I would do that for subscribers. And then I was even thinking like there's different tiers. Tier 1 is $4.99, tier 2 is $9.99, and tier 3 is $24.99 a month. And so like if someone wanted to do a $10.99 or whatever it would be, then I could maybe even write programs for that person, you know. So you get a little bit of extra kind of like maybe the $5.99 is just like a regular masterclass coaching, and then maybe I do some programming and stuff like that for like the higher up tier or whatever. I haven't really figured any of that out yet, but that would get some of these programs out there and used as well. So that's my plan. And so I think everybody who's got a computer has a microphone and has a webcam. And I don't know how good the microphone is. I'm going to do some beta testing to try to figure it out. But I think this could be a pretty cool, like I said, community building thing. So it's like people are at school, but people without school can still feel like they're part of a community that pushes them to be better. Because let's face it, when we're in school and we're surrounded by so many amazing players and so much amazing playing and stuff like that, that we feel motivated to continue sometimes. And sometimes when you get out of school and you're not surrounded by people like that, it can be hard if you don't have like an audition on the horizon or you don't have the ability to plan recitals and stuff. It's hard to keep the motivation going. I know that for myself. I lost a fair amount of motivation for a big chunk to like excel on the trumpet. I just wanted to stay where I was, which was like, I can do this job. I can do it really well. But now, you know, with writing these programs, doing this audition, doing this etude per week, like it's kind of gotten me back into this like sort of experimental phase of my trumpet playing. So I would love for anyone who values that to be able to do it. And we could spread the word and get it. So we have like, a community here. With which we can encourage each other and help each other. And then another idea I have for stream is to, you know, like I could do recitals on stream. Like obviously the equipment I have here works well enough. So I could do recitals on stream. I could do sort of all sorts of different types of things. And then, you know, there's like donation options and stuff like that. So of course, just watching is enough, right? Like I'm not expecting people to subscribe or donate. The Twitch Prime thing feels like it's a small thing to do to support if you feel like you're able then to figure that out. But I'm not going to expect people to pay money when I can listen for free. But if there are people who are willing to do it, then if there's that support there, I'm more than happy to go out of my way to like help as much as possible and create a place where people can come and get coaching. Like I said, I'm not teaching. I'm not like every single week come in, so it doesn't replace going to school, you know. But it's like it's like, you know, Chris Martin or Alan Vizzuti or, you know, whomever comes in and does a master class. You play for them, you learn some interesting stuff, and then you take that and move forward. That's kind of the idea that I'm hoping to be able to cultivate. So hopefully that makes sense to people. And yeah, that's where we're at. So I got to do some beta testing. But yeah, tomorrow I will be on. I'm going to practice my Charlier etude and keep hanging. There's like 8 people. I don't even know if you're some of the people that you're here and you're just watching. But you haven't said hi. You should definitely say, hey, let me know that you're here, you know? All right. Is that too small? I do. what I would recommend is take it off of your face. You know, if it's a concert, you kind of just gotta go for broke, and you just, I mean, there's not much to do in a concert, but in a rehearsal, you can. There's plenty of times where we have like Friday morning rehearsals, and then a Friday night concert. You know, and on those instances, I'll just stop playing. You know, to me, it's not worth busting in my face, especially when the concert's the thing that matters. And sometimes we get the idea that our colleagues are holding us to some standard, like we got to play everything. But you know what? Sometimes playing principal trumpet, you're the one that's out there, you're the one that's heard, and so like you got to do what you got to do. You know, that's kind of how I look at it. And yeah, I would recommend just like yeah, especially in rehearsals, especially like if you have a rehearsal the same day of a concert, just take it off your face. You know. Don't play a lot, you know, don't practice a lot on weeks where you have grueling shows, that kind of thing. You know, if that's the case, endurance is something to consider, you know, working on, and just gradually adding a little bit more and a little bit more into it, you know, and especially when you have like a week off. You can kind of add a little bit more into there in terms of like Brandt etudes or Charlier etudes. I mean, I've recorded now 17 etudes. It's kind of crazy to think about that I've done that many for this weekly project. But a lot of them have been Charliers, and so I'm basically in shape to play things like Charlier, and I've been doing it for 4 months. So we also have to think about endurance as like a long-term project, right? That sometimes we just take a hit. Like if we're not in shape and a grueling week comes, we just take a hit, you know. But if we're sort of constantly, this is some stuff Chris Martin would talk about for the Chicago. Like he would start, he tries to stay a month ahead. And so if he knows he has Shostakovich 5, at the beginning of May, the beginning of April, he's already trying to work towards, having the amount of endurance to get through not only the concerts, but the rehearsals, which can often be worse, in my opinion. They can be more brutal. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to do this etude at 110, and so I'm going to get a run of it at 80%, which is 88 beats per minute. I'll stop at various sections and see if people have said anything, but just going to start over. Just going to get a refresher and actually try to focus on what I'm doing. I've learned this etude on B flat trumpet, and now I have to learn it on C. And as those trumpet players in here will know, that can be quite annoying to make that shift when you're used to playing it. So I got to focus more. All right, so I'm gonna take a little break right here because I'm on the next page. That's part of it. But I also just want to say, like, if there's anybody listening that's like, oh, these programs, like this kind of thing wouldn't work for me. Like, he can just play anything. Basically, this is within my wheelhouse to be able to play because I've progressed as a player enough to do that. So if you're going to try to run a program and play these things under tempo, we need to find something that is appropriate. And so for like my students, I write them programs on bam 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 bam. I write them programs on that kind of thing because I want them to like learn those etudes as efficiently as possible. So it doesn't even have to be on something like this. We can write programs. We can to learn these things as efficiently as possible, but also I think to accrue the skill as quickly as possible. So I don't think I would have been able just to like roll this Charlier out 4 months ago when I started playing lots of these etudes weekly and then doing the Chicago Symphony prep. I don't think I would have been able to do that. But this is 4 weeks of prep. I'm in like very good shape right now, And so if you're looking at this and saying, "Oh, I couldn't do that." Well, give yourself a chance, right? Give yourself a chance. Just start learning an etude a week, but something within your range. If you don't think you can learn a Charlier per week, learn an etude per week in your range and force yourself to learn it, start slow, build it up each week, and see where you're at after a month of doing that. See what kind of shape you're in after a month of doing that. Things like endurance and range, they don't happen overnight, but we can chip away at it if we're not concerned with getting there, but we're concerned with starting the process of getting there. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's see. This tempo is that, so we're going to go at 92. We're going to go 92 times 0.8 is 74. Okay, so I'm not going to do all of that again because, generally speaking, I understand this etude. So normally I would just play through the etude another time or two at 50% tempo, or in this case 60% tempo, but I don't have the face to do that. I have a concert tonight. I don't want to do that. So instead, I need to work. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but no, you can't. I need to work. I need to work that section. I'm going to play it 3 times very slowly. Okay, and that's that. And then I need to do that to one more section. Where is it? Oh, sort of the middle of the page. You'll catch it. Yo, Alex, shoot, what's up, man? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this 2 more times. Yeah, I have lots of thoughts about that. The first question I have is, how does that work out for you? Do you feel that you are able to play it the way you want to in the lesson when you are asked to play it? a little bit of a delay here, so I gotta wait. Also, anybody watching, if you could let me know, if you could let me know about if it feels like the video is skipping at all. So to answer your question, Alex, if you found something that works, just do it, right? I have my opinions about what I would do differently than that, and I can back it up. But if you found a system that works for you, that's ultimately all that really matters, right? Yeah. No, that's great. Like that's kind of the idea, right? Is you run the thing, and then you're like, okay. So did you try it out over the course of the whole 3 weeks? That's the other question. Did you run it exactly the way it was over the course of the whole 3 weeks? Or did you modify it based on what that was? Because I do a different variation. I do like a 1 week preparation is different than a 3 week preparation to me. But yeah, that's ultimately the idea that I was hoping for, is to put these programs out there, and then people would check them out, people would try them out, and then be like, oh, that like some of this works, some of this doesn't, and so you can start to have a process for finding out what works best for you, which is all that matters to me. I just want people to feel like they have a plan. And I can write programs for people for more complicated stuff if they want, but if they're just learning an etude, yeah. So this is how I prep for a 1 week etude. I do the first day 2 or 3 times at 50%. So I'll practice for like 5 days. So the first day will be like 2 or 3 times at 50%. The next day will be 1 time at 80%, 2 times at 60%. Then the next day, 1 time at 85, 2 times at 65. The next day, 1 at 90, 2 times at 70, 1 at 95. So basically, by the second day, I'm running it at 80%, and I just have 1 day of 50% so I can make sure I learn it correctly. So today, what I did, this is the second day I've worked on it. That was an 80% run of the etude. Tomorrow will be an 85%. So it sounds like it's similar to what you've figured out, because you have to peak, you have to get to faster tempos. So when you do the 3 week one, you can spend more time in the slow part of it, because you have more time later on to speed it up, right? And to do runs of it and stuff like that. So with my preparation for the CSO audition, I have 6 weeks of slow preparation, but then starting next week, I'm going to be running it, and then I'm going to run lists at 85%, 90, and 95%. So at some point, you do have to get it up there. And if you spend too much time in the slow, yeah, you won't feel prepared. And so, yeah, basically, you did exactly what I hoped people would do, is they would try the thing out and say, okay, I understand what works, I understand what doesn't, I'm going to adjust it for me. Because yeah, most people are trying to learn etudes for their like lessons and stuff in 1 week, right? They don't have things like 2 weeks or 3 weeks and stuff like that. So if you feel prepared and you feel like you can follow that system and learn an etude, and you can learn an etude a week like I'm doing, imagine how many etudes you're going to know after 10 weeks. You should know 10 etudes really, really well. And that's awesome, right? That's like the goal. Imagine doing that over the course of like 5 years. You're going to know every etude possible. And think of where your trumpet playing is going to be as you've acquired the skills from those etudes that you need to acquire. Like, it's just, yeah, it can just go on and on and on and on, I think. And that's like what I personally have gotten from running, like using these programs, is I feel like I have a followable, I have a followable thing. So I know every day this is what I'm going to do. And then when I finish that, I know that that's enough. Like if you've done these programs for enough weeks and you see that they work, then you just trust that even though it feels like it might not be enough, you trust that it'll work. That's why you have to run one of my programs as is first, so you can see that it does work or it doesn't work, and then you can find out what does or doesn't. But if you run like half the program, you decide it's not going to work and you go off program and then you say it doesn't work, well, like that's not my program, right? That's not what I wrote. And so it sounds like you've gotten exactly out of it what I hoped you would. Do you feel like you've got like improved as a player from having like that kind of specific plan for your etudes? Yeah, of course, dude. That's why I'm here. That's like 100% why I'm here. And then just like you should share. I'll send you a Facebook link. But if you have friends in your studio or like other, like this should be beneficial to all musicians, right? Not necessarily just trumpet players. So like if you feel like this is working, no worries, William. They're on my. Let me find a link to it. Um, so there's a there. That's the original program. I mean, this is really annoying that gets cut off to me. Um. Oh, I guess that's how it is. Okay. Okay, William. So check out that article. It's a lot. It's long, but it's worth the read, I think. And then there's a part 2 that you can link to. Um, and yeah, basically, I wrote Alex. The reason I wrote a 3-week program is because I can almost guarantee success with 3 weeks. I wasn't sure if I could write a 1-week program and guarantee without people like without being able to control how people work on it. I didn't know if I could guarantee success at 1 week. But without me seeing them, if they follow the program over the course of the 3 weeks, I can almost guarantee that they're going to learn this like super, super efficiently, right? So that's why I chose 3 weeks instead of 1. But like I said, you did exactly what I hoped people would do. So, basically share it. You can share it if you have like a email that you can send to other people, or like if there's a Facebook group or whatever you want to do. But if you want to share that link, Alex, with as many people that you think it would benefit, and then just write, this stuff works for me, you should try it, and then let them figure it out on their own. If they try it and they don't like it, well, whatever. But if I think people are going to try it, and at minimum it's going to make them rethink how much time we need to learn something if we learn it correctly from the beginning. So yeah, I basically awesome, dude. I appreciate that very much. Just trying to spread the word of spread the gospel. Let them know about this. So if they want to come direct, like the streaming. So if they want to come directly to me, and I can answer some of these questions. And then yes, it takes discipline to practice at 50% tempo. It really does. But once you, as you know now, once you do it, like once you've practiced at 50% tempo, like, and you've seen how it works, I'm like kind of addicted to practicing that way now. So, I would much rather play between 50 and 75% and be constantly improving what I'm doing. And like, I kind of don't care about testing now. So to me, when we play like, an etude or an audition or a piece in our prep, like when we have to perform it, we have to perform it. But when it's on our practice, I think it should be at a very specific point. Like, I don't think we should just play at tempo willy-nilly. Yeah. Because you can like hear what's going on, you can control, like you can feel, like you can say, oh, I'm not blowing through that. It becomes really obvious. I also think when you follow a program like that, everything that you do really well tracks really well with the program, and the stuff that you need to work on that are weaknesses in your playing, it doesn't track with the program, and it becomes very obvious what things are stopping you from improving. William, love practicing slow too, man. Like, I'm so happy to hear you're on this practicing slow bandwagon. You should read the article, because basically all we're doing is, instead of practicing slow a couple of times and then jumping up immediately, we're sort of having this idea that it's like progressively getting faster so that we're always able to play things perfectly. And so when we get up to playing things at speed, we've ideally either played them perfectly or at an incredibly high level, and that's just what we know how to do, if that makes sense. So, I'll stick around for another little. I gotta go pretty soon because, like I said, it's my kid's birthday party. We got to make some lunch. We got to do some stuff. But if there's any other questions and stuff, I will definitely archive this stream on YouTube so we can, people can go back and check it out. For anyone who's enjoying this, feel free to share like this page with people. And like I was saying, you can find the Twitch Prime. It's just twitchprime.com. That's where you can link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and then you can subscribe for free. You just go to my channel. Anyone watching should see a button that says subscribe now, and you should be able to watch, or you should be able to subscribe for a month for free, which would help me out. And then it like I said, it'll get into, yo, dude, Alex, just throw it out, man. I'm always open for, helpful comments. Always out there looking to learn at all times. Oh, it's already playing, dude. I'm going to Houston a week from yesterday, and I'm gonna do a podcast with Barbara and with Charlie. I'm also gonna try to live stream my my playing for her. So I'm going to play excerpts for her. I'm going to try to live stream so people can be a fly on the wall, like on a lesson with me. I don't know if she'll go for it. I don't know what her vibe is, but she knows I'm live streaming. She's supportive of it, so maybe she'll be into the idea of doing that. And then, of course, I'll archive that. But it'll be on my phone, so it's not going to be as good a quality, but I don't think it'll matter too much. And yeah, no, I've wanted to interview her. I've already planned her Charlie's episode to come out November 1st, Barbara's episode to come out December 1st, like kind of closing out the first year. But yeah, that was a definite gonna happen. I'll probably put a thing on Facebook that says like, I'm gonna do a podcast with Barbara and Charlie. Maybe I can do like a joint one with them, and like just like a question and answer type thing, so people can, if they want to do that, they can ask questions, and I can try to ask as many of them as I can. So, but yeah, dude, we are on the same page about that. That's for sure. I hope you're enjoying the episodes. The one coming out on Monday is an intense episode. I highly recommend you check it out. It's about what is going on in Venezuela right now, like the tragedies and the human rights violations that are happening in Venezuela right now. Most people, I didn't know about it, but our music director is Venezuelan, and so he sat down and talked to me. He also talks in that episode about what it's like to get cancer and be music director of an orchestra. So it's a very intense episode, but ultimately an awesome episode. So highly recommend checking that out. And then I'm going to make a pitch for people to share it, not just from me, because I want my podcast to get out there, but the word, you'll hear it. You'll hear him talk about it, but what's going on in Venezuela from a Venezuelan's perspective needs to be out there. And in this particular case, it is out there. And I can get it out there, and yeah. So, as always, thank you guys so much for the support. It means the world to me that you're here, and I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. And tomorrow I will be on Facebook. Tomorrow night I'll be on Facebook, my weekly Facebook stream. And then, like I said, next week I will start running excerpts. And so I think what would be cool with that is, instead of just picking lists, I'll just put the list up there. I'll get this screen all figured out so I can put the list up there. And then instead of just picking a list, I'll just let like chat pick an excerpt. I'll play it. I'll let chat pick an excerpt, and we'll just do that for like an hour or something like that. So, yeah, you guys take care. I will see as many of you tomorrow as I can. As I can. And I hope you guys have a good day. And wish my to yourself, wish my boy a happy birthday. He's turning 7 today. It's very, very exciting. So take care. We'll see you guys later.